Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of India, Mrs. Padmaja, and I must say that working with her over my last 2 years in the education portfolio, I have found in her a friend in Fiji from India. And Madam, I've always said that the relationship that not only Fijian government and the Indian government has, but at a personal level, I will always cherish it, and I will wish you well in your future endeavors. Chief of Nakorovatu village, Ratu Modi, Bularatu, Provincial Administrator Netasiri, Divisional Education Officer Central, Nasori Education Office representatives, SDMO Wunindawa Hospital, Station Officer Wunindawa Police Station, Director Gents Construction Company Limited, heads of nearby schools, Principal of Netasiri Secondary School, the patron and trustees of Wunindawa Sanatan Primary School, your spouses and your families, Management Board of Wunindawa Sanatan Primary School, parents, community members, teachers and their students, Assalamu alaikum, namaste, and Isambula Vinaka, and a very good morning to you all. If I may start off with my first impression of this school, I think this is the first time I visited the school, but I have visited the community when I was part of Ministry of Women. I think one of the first things that strikes us, any visitor to any school, is the whole environment, the ambience that the place portrays. And I think you are blessed to be part of this beautiful, beautiful facility and part of a very beautiful community that you live in. The second observation that I made was again the prayer that our children sang so gracefully, with so much purity. And the third, the welcome dance. When I sat there, I watched the lips moving of those who were performing, and they sang with the words of the song. That brings up to the important point of language. It is very important for us when we live in a community, when we live in a country, to understand each other. To understand each other. And when our children know the language of their fellow students in the school, I think it makes it more worthwhile for us to know and understand and respect each other for who we are. We have a multicultural community here, represented by all the cultural groups, and I think our children depicted just that. So I must say thank you to the parents, thank you to the community and the village elders for instilling those values in our children. I know we've been having issues with these mics, but whatever, we can do without it. But ladies and gentlemen, today we are all gathered here. You've taken your time, and I must thank you all the parents and the invited guests. Thank you management for working with us in such a short notice. But then there are times we have to do certain things. Today we are here to celebrate. But while we celebrate, ladies and gentlemen, we must forget the reason for our celebration. The reason for our celebration is what T.C. Winston did to us. T.C. Winston in 2016 tested the very resilience of our people. Our people were left homeless, buildings were destroyed, farmlands were destroyed, families were left without homes and livelihood. And here we are 4 years later, celebrating that we fought back and we've stood on our feet. And today we give thanks to all those who have been part of us in our rebuild journey. As a government, we decided that we will rebuild and we will build back better. So what you see here today is years of hard work, planning, and cooperation and support from everybody who works with the government and the education ministry. And here we have Her Excellency, the Indian High Commissioner, sharing this very important moment with the community of Wunindawa. So please allow me to thank the Indian High Commission for their timely support. The Indian High Commission came on board with the Fijian government's Adopt a School program after T.C. Winston, and they have assisted us in rebuilding 20 schools across the country. And your school is one of those 20 schools that received funding from the Indian government under the Adopt a School program for our rebuild. And if we go back to 2016, I think you would be in a better position to tell us and reflect on what happened, how your children studied intense, how you managed to send your children to school. But that is the priority of the Fijian government, to ensure that education always remains at the forefront of our economic progress. And we have just done that. To the children, I'm sure life must not have been that easy, studying in tents or makeshift buildings. But today you get to enjoy a new facility. And I'm sure the teachers are equally happy, and of course the management board, the patron, the community are very happy with the rebuild of your school. Again, if I may reiterate what the head teacher and what Madam has said, education is the pathway for a brighter future, and of course allowing us to tackle every challenge that comes our way. So thank you to all the brave children, thank you to all the brave teachers who were part of this journey till today. And I must say that you have remained strong, you have remained resilient, and now we have every reason to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from TC Winston, something else that is creating havoc and concern for people across the globe is the COVID pandemic. I'm sure you've heard the word COVID and what COVID is doing. We are not the only country that is being affected by that. Her Excellency mentioned the scholarships available for students and of course teachers as well. But we will wait for this pandemic to be over. We will wait for our borders to open. We will wait for travel to normalize so that we can capitalize on that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what disaster comes across our way, if we are united, if we are focused, if we are strong, I'm sure we will be able to battle any challenges. And that's what we Fijians are known for, our resilient spirits. So unity, ladies and gentlemen, is very, and teach your children that. Teach them, tell them why schools was closed for 3 months. Teach them what COVID is doing to our economy. Teach them what COVID is doing to livelihoods. Teach them how to be strong so that we can stand up on our feet and rise stronger as a nation. Ladies and gentlemen, as parents, again, a large number of parents are here, and I'd just like to say that you are the first and the foremost educators of your children. Please don't shift that responsibility to the school system. Don't shift teaching of values and disciplines to the teachers. You must ensure that your home environment is first and foremost conducive for our children, a healthy environment. So that's where your parental role comes in. And as I look across to the 200 plus children, I know they're all eager for this program to be over, so I'll try to cut it short. And I'll try to sum up. I'll try to sum up what we are celebrating today. What we are celebrating today is a new double-story building that destroyed the existing buildings. And just this morning I was told that these buildings were done during our Girmit time, by the Girmitians and their first generation. So how can we forget the hard work of our ancestors? How can we forget the fact that they gave education priority and that we are just following suit? So let us take a moment to think and thank all our forefathers, all the founders, all the trustees and their families, and all those who have had a hand in bringing this particular school to where it is today. So ladies and gentlemen, this building is a symbol of our resilience through bad times. This building is a symbol of the Fijian spirit and our ability to rebuild. This building is a symbol of the importance of working together. And this building is a symbol of not giving up. And this building is a symbol of Fiji's resilience to any disaster we're going to face. And of course, I've mentioned COVID, and now after TC Winston and Harold, we are facing another disaster as COVID. And I'm sure if we work together, we will get through it. If I can take you to the budget that was announced last week, I'm sure a lot of rumors and word would be going around, or the budget has been reduced for the education ministry. Now our children will be asked to pay fees. This normally comes up. I can assure you that we will work with whatever budget we've been given, and no child will be asked to pay school fees. Your bus fare assistance will continue. Your free education grant will continue. The textbooks that we give to your children will continue. What I ask of parents is to make sure whatever resources that the government gives to you in education of your children, please take responsibility for that. Every year we spend a lot of money buying new books because children lose those books, because children somehow destroy those books. So as parents, I request that you pay more attention to that. Okay? Your bus fare assistance will continue. To the management, yes, we've had a reduction in the free education grant. We will work with you throughout this year to see that that money is used for priority purposes. We've built you have a new building now. Certain resources, since the introduction of free education grant in 2015, I mean, we've said no burden on the parents apart from the stationery, the school bag, the shoes, the food that you give to your children. So continue to do that, please. I do understand that the families are struggling. Our assistance to you will continue, and I just want to put it to rest before people start spreading rumors. Oh, now the education budget is reduced, so we'll be asking parents. So managements, please work with the ministry, work with the government. We will have to do some very, very stringent, prudent financial management. We'll have to use money where it is needed most. So if you're thinking of capital projects, please put a hold to it once economy normalizes, and then we'll work with that. Okay? So thank you very much for that. And like I said, our government, the Fijian government, has given you a lot of opportunities. To many of our parents, I'm sure you and I did not get that when we were getting educated. So to the children, I just wish the teachers are able to convey our message to the children. Be good, study hard, come to school every day, listen to your teachers, listen to your parents, and I'm sure you will reap the fruits of your hard labor. Again, to the reason why we are here today, to the Indian government, from the bottom of our heart, from the government of Fiji, Your Excellency, thank you very much for the cooperation and the bilateral cooperation and the friendship that India and Fiji shares. And I wish and pray that we continue to share the same relationships in many, many years to come. And I'd like all of us to wish Madam good health and success, as she will be leaving us. And I just want us to put our hands together and say thank you very much for the work that the Commission has been doing in partnering with the Fijian government, and I wish you well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and I think you're all excited to go up and see what's there. So please enjoy the day, and all of you again wish you good health. And to the parents here, thank you, and please continue to support the school, continue to support the teachers here. To the teachers, I kept your thank you to the last. Thank you very much for being with us. I know there are many times you have issues and queries. Please liaise it with us. We are here because of the work that you do. So I must put on record the good work that the teachers do. Work with the management, work to restore the culture and the expectations that the community has for you, okay? And your ministry is open to listening to any issues that you might have. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here, and God bless you all. Oh, very nice. Beautiful. Thank you.
Very good. Smile, don't be scared. Smile, smile, Maya.